How's it going, guys? We're back. I think it's the 5th episode of the Pitch From podcast. This week we're just going to be covering previous Champions League games, covering just the Premier League teams, and we're going to go into last week's results, and then into next week's predictions and most likely a parlay. Just to start out with the Champions League, you saw 3 Premier League teams win. Only Newcastle lost. Starting with Man United, a bit of a scrappy game, kind of from what we saw against Copenhagen. I believe they played at home, right?
Yeah, it was at Old Trafford.
Yeah, so kind of surprising because normally Old Trafford's rocking, but losing to Galatasaray last time they played at home.
Also, I remember last podcast I don't know if we talked. Yeah, we always talk shit on Manchester United. I honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like them. That's a team that I kind of hate. I want the team to do good just because it's good for the Premier League and just brings back all the history that they've had.
Yeah.
But it also makes all the younger teams be like, fuck that, we gotta beat them. And I think that's what makes Premier League good. But that team, Galatasaray, they have a stacked team.
Yeah, they do.
I was looking at them this weekend when they played, and I'm like, wow, it's not just any team. They have good players.
Yeah.
Enough to beat Manchester United, I don't know. The way they beat Manchester United, hell no.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could definitely tell that Manchester United's going through a rough time. They're looking back to, I mean, this win helps them out a lot.
Yeah.
But then they're gonna go back, and we'll talk about it later. They're gonna have a hard game during the week.
Yeah.
But 1-0 is good. You were mentioning off camera that you liked how Maguire scored, which is good.
Yeah, a bit of a redemption arc for both Onana and Maguire.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not players who are in terms of personalities, just not likable.
Yeah.
They're solid players, solid professionals.
Maguire has his memes, but other than that, it's fine.
Yeah, so you always want to see people who are generally give effort for their team that they're playing for, aren't just doing whatever they want, out partying every night and just not caring about the team. They both try for Man United.
Yeah, did you see what happened at the end of the game with Garnacho?
Oh, with
if you guys don't know, after the game, Garnacho, I think he posted a picture.
Yeah, he posted a picture of him and Onana.
And then he put emoji of the gorilla. Yeah. So FIFA went in and he's under investigation for being racist and all this.
Yeah.
And Onana came out and said he's I know he's not like that. Don't interpret things when you don't know what's going on. Different context. He's why are you guys gonna get him in trouble if it's not hurting my feelings? I know what he meant. He meant strength and power.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's so you should see it. I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't automatically have to be
Yeah, and then I don't think.
I know what you mean.
At least me, I don't think somebody should be assuming that's bad if the person they're referring it to or it's for is no, I know what it means. It's cool. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I mean, in the game we saw a Maguire header that won the game, and then a massive, honestly, just overall performance, but a massive save.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good performance, for sure. Yeah, and that's what I like. It's you had your coach coming and backing you up. It's hey, you had a rough game, he'll be back, and then you come and perform like that before an important game like the weekend. I think that's really good for this Manchester United, having the confidence of your goalkeeper up that high before a match like that. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Will they win? We'll get to that, but I think it's great.
Yeah, and then we move on to the second game on Tuesday, Arsenal versus Sevilla. Personally, I thought when we did the
parlay.
we just kind of did.
So just kind of we were supposed to post that. I honestly totally forgot it. I don't know if I sent you the picture or whatever, but
it was just a lot of games.
We still kind of do parlays even not on camera when we don't show you. We did one for Champions League, did not go well at all.
No.
But what did we do? I think
we had tie.
Yeah. That's right. Because Arsenal was going to Sevilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, this game kind of surprised me. Also, I've heard from a lot of people Sevilla's just Europa League team.
Yeah.
Which I understand, but I think having a player like Sergio Ramos in your back line that is always expects you to be 100%, I thought this would bring out a little more. And honestly, like, I watched a little bit of the game and it wasn't that bad. I mean, 2-1. Arsenal has a stupid offensive side. And yeah, I mean, 2-1. I think we kind of saw that score because we were in between
Arsenal and
yeah. But I think yeah, it could have gone either way. I mean, this is obviously good for Arsenal. That makes it 3 games.
Yeah, I think they have
9 points.
No, they lost to Lens.
They lost?
Yeah, so I think they only have 4 points.
Yeah, so then I guess this will still be a tough group.
Yeah, I mean, I know for sure they lost to Lens, and I think
they beat PSV.
For sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they
3-0?
did. They beat PSV, lost to Lens away, and then beat Sevilla.
Yeah.
So 6 points, looking good for Arsenal. I mean, they have one of like the.
Honestly, it should be for them to have at least 7 points against the teams they're playing.
Yeah.
Like I never saw Lens beating. Like honestly, the stronger teams on paper, Sevilla and Arsenal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean overall, I guess it's good for the Premier League teams. At least in these were the Tuesday games on the 24th.
Yeah.
Manchester United won at home. Arsenal went to Sevilla and brought back the 3 points.
Yeah. Moving on to Wednesday, the other 2 games. First up, Newcastle losing at home to Dortmund after they just beat PSG at home like 2 weeks prior, 3 weeks prior.
I did not see this. Like I was not expecting this. A 1-0 Dortmund. You have a wounded Dortmund. At times they show what they're playing for. They do, but it's just it looks like they're not a full team yet.
Yeah.
And Newcastle, who we talked about it was I mean obviously you have a tough weekend prior to this game, but I just didn't see him lose. You played at home, then you got Champions League at home. The support was there.
Yeah.
It's not like, I mean, because we see Newcastle too. How long had it been since they were in Champions League?
Yeah, forever.
Yeah, so
17
for the fans to be there on a Wednesday night and hearing that anthem,
yeah,
and just lose to a Dortmund that, honestly, I think second week, I think I said that I didn't see Dortmund winning the game, just because they weren't being the Dortmund that they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what happened.
I mean, it's just showing that this group is the hardest group in the whole Champions League.
Yeah, well, and what's crazy is you go and you tied Milan, right?
Yeah.
0-0 or 0-0. You beat PSG 3-1.
Did they? Or did I did? This was like so long ago. I don't remember.
Yeah, they tied Milan.
I know they tied Milan.
They beat PSG.
No, I don't think I think they lost to PSG.
No, they beat PSG at home, bro.
Sure.
Yeah, that's why I thought they were gonna kill Dortmund at home.
Oh, Newcastle?
Yeah, Newcastle.
I thought you were talking about Dortmund.
No. Sorry, I'm talking about Newcastle.
Okay, that's what messed me up.
No. Dortmund's lost every single game except this one.
Yeah. No, they tied. Dortmund also tied Milan.
Okay, and
yeah, Dortmund tied Milan 0-0. Milan and Newcastle.
Yeah. I think that's why we saw Newcastle being like first or second for sure, because they tied Milan over there, beat PSG
at home.
At home, we expected everybody to beat Dortmund at home. Now you lost to Dortmund, you got to go back and play probably Milan. No, you'll probably go away
It's away to Dortmund, yeah.
To Dortmund, which might be tough because that Dortmund's stadium is hard to play.
Yeah. Those fans always show up.
And then you go to Paris to try to beat this PSG that looked really well against Milan.
Yeah.
And then you close at home with Milan. It's gonna be tough for Newcastle to make it through.
I mean, it's tough. Anyone in this group is tough.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying the scenario. You got to go play away.
You have 2 away games.
And then you have 2 of the hard away stadiums. You got PSG, and then you got going to Dortmund. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. But I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see. You never know. I mean, it's Champions League. Newcastle sometimes shows really good soccer. Sometimes you show like horrible.
Yeah.
So you never know. I mean, they could go and be 4-2 Dortmund away.
Yeah. Definitely the group to watch at least. Yeah, moving on to Man City versus the Young Boys, the Swiss team. Haaland got a brace, penalty, and I think an open play goal. Obviously good for Haaland. He's been doing well this season.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of negative comments about him.
Yeah, I have to.
But it makes sense to me. Like, yeah, I think it happens with every player. Like, it only hasn't happened with 2 players, and that's Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Where you go on this crazy goal scoring streak, and you score and score and score, and sometimes 3 goals, sometimes 2. But then you have a little bit of a slump because you're scoring maybe 1 goal a game.
Yeah.
And it's like you're still scoring.
Yeah.
Like
that's not like
you got to think about that. Also, in your team, you don't have that midfielder that would create space for you.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he just has to adjust a bit to.
Yeah.
Gundogan and De Bruyne.
And also I'm gonna say his game style calls for a player like De Bruyne to be in and create the space for you. That's why Alvarez is so successful because Haaland's game style is to have space around him.
Yeah.
Alvarez goes and finds that space.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's why Alvarez is working. And I'm not saying he wasn't working before. He just outshining Haaland right now, scoring a little bit more goals just because the game style they're playing.
Yeah.
I think they're both really good players. I think Haaland's not having any slump or anything. I think he's doing good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Haaland's going to figure that out because he's a great player.
Yeah.
And people are going to be like, he's back.
Yeah.
When he never left.
I think a lot of it too is probably Messi fans who want to like downplay how well he was.
Well, yeah, and also because of the whole
upcoming Ballon d'Or thing.
I agree. What do you think about that?
I see that. Honestly,
because
any other season they both get a Ballon d'Or. Like if they both have the season they had, just not at the same time, they're both gonna win.
Yeah, but everyone is talking about Messi in the World Cup. Do you really think Messi had that big impact on the important games in the World Cup?
Yeah, he did. Dude.
Like, you really think every game?
He showed up and dropped like a 9 out of 10 performance like every game in the World Cup, except for maybe the Saudi Arabia game. But like,
yeah, I the other day I was watching a highlight of one of the games. I forget which game it was, and I guess it's also Messi's game style, which I didn't like. Is every Argentine player was hustling, and you see Messi walking around the field.
Yeah.
And that like bugged me, you know? And that's when I was like, was he really there for every single game?
I think he was, dude.
You know? Because, don't get me wrong, I think he's a big key, for sure, for them winning. But just how I think, remind me of their goalie's name.
Oh my god. Now that you said it, I don't remember.
He plays in the Premier League.
Yeah. Dibu.
Yeah, Dibu Martinez.
Yeah.
He also had a crazy World Cup.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying give it to him.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying if they lose because of that last play, you know which one I'm talking about? France. Is Messi gonna get it? Probably not. And that play came down to not Messi. the goalkeeper who had an amazing World Cup run.
Yeah. But then, if Messi didn't play the way he played, would that save even matter?
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I mean, it's all a what if.
Yeah.
And never happened. It's never gonna happen. But I think I agree with you. Like, if the World Cup was this year and Messi did what he did this year, and Haaland did it last year, I think they would both get it.
Yeah.
But just the fact that, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of people there that just want Messi to outshine a little more.
Yeah.
And it's. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's so hard.
I don't like. I personally, I don't like the whole standards they have for it. Just because, when are we gonna see a defender? Like, we're never gonna see a defender.
We're never seeing a defender.
Yeah, and that's something that I already kind of like figured out, and like I used to get upset. It's like, well, what the hell, you know? So it's usually gonna be somebody that scores a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe that when Spain won the
Euros back to back.
Euros, and then they won the World Cup. Like, Messi and Iniesta weren't. They were up there, but I think for a lot of seasons they had more at Barcelona to do with the way they were playing than Messi. Messi was just scoring the goals, obviously, and in the national team, they were the core of that.
That team.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think if you're a defender, a center mid who doesn't score that much, chances for you to get it, goalkeeper, are gonna be slim.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's just like, it's because like the impact they have in the game is just not nearly as like tangible, I guess. Like, you can't literally look and be like, oh, okay, this is what he did every game. Okay.
Yeah.
This game he did this.
Yeah.
Like, you have to like sit there and actually watch them play to understand the impact that they have.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, you have Messi in the field, and you have Haaland in the field, and you might pull the 3 defenders.
Yeah.
But you have Messi in the field, and you have the whole back line, and maybe the 2 central defensive mids worried about him. So yeah. I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying though. A lot of it feels more determined by his stats than actually just like seeing the way that players are genuinely playing on the field and what the impact that they have.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, him coming to Miami also, like, that performance, I'm sure it's not taken into account, but when he came into that Miami team, I thought he was going to change it to where it's like he's the one scoring goals, but he's like doing assists, crazy assists. He's making the team play. So
yeah,
that also shows what he's capable of. Anyways, I don't know, we sidetracked, but Man City.
We sidetracked because of Haaland.
Oh yeah, that's right. Haaland, Premier League, then we end up talking about the MLS that we just talked about earlier today. First half of that game, Man City poor. They just didn't sit comfortably. Did you see that goal? That was a really nice, beautiful chip for the 1-0.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, beautiful chip. And nobody expected. And then second half came along, and then they kind of got Man City settled down, and then they just finished the job. I mean, it's Man City. That's what I expected them to do. Which, to be honest, I don't think Pep was really worried about this game. No offense to Young Boys, but they have. I think Young Boys and Manchester United. I could put him in the same level, same place, whatever. But Man City just knows, hey, there's a lot more going on surrounding the game, where it's Manchester. We're fighting for everything, you know. So I think it's just the game that it is. It's more adding a little more attraction than it should, based on the way the teams have been playing. Yeah.
Also, just looking at the rest of their group.
Yeah.
And seeing that, like, okay, if we do drop points here, it's really
not that hard to.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, the Newcastle group where every point you can get
matters.
Matter.
Yeah.
This Man City is easily going to talk to this group.
Well, and then also like when I saw the first half, when I was watching the first half and it was 1-0 and they didn't look like they looked like they were struggling, I was like, this could be bad. And then I saw how comfortable they got second half, and then I was like, they have the luxury to do that, like rest players for a half and then go back and do your thing, and it's pretty wild. But yeah, that's it. Next games are Tuesday, November 7th, and like we said, Newcastle's gonna go to Dortmund.
Return fixtures, so gonna be playing the same people. Just if they were at home before, they're gonna be away. If they're away before, they're gonna be home. And
this kind of helps Man City too, because they're well, I guess not. Just they could beat everybody in their team. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In their group, and then Wednesday matches are gonna be same thing. Arsenal, hosting Sevilla, and Manchester away. That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Anything else you got? Anything else for Champions League?
No, I think that's about it. Moving on to last week's fixtures. If you just want to see like all the scores, quickly go to our Instagram. We made a prediction. All the scores will be on there compared to what we thought would happen. Half of them right.
Yeah, the only one I really want to talk about is that Chelsea game.
Yeah.
That Chelsea game.
That was a weird game.
Yeah, and then also I think Arsenal. I don't know. I think that game I think Arsenal's the one losing here.
Really? Because they came back from 2-0 down.
Yeah, but I feel like they should have won that game. Like, before the start. Obviously, once the game started, it looked a lot different.
Yeah.
But I think Arsenal is the better team. Did they perform that day?
No.
Probably not. Again, I think we were talking about last week that having Champions League be 3 days after, like it's so close, it's going to affect Premier teams like Arsenal, like Newcastle that we saw. Manchester United, not really, because Manchester United has two really good squads to be competing in Premier League.
Manchester City, you mean?
Manchester City, sorry. Did I say Manchester United?
Yeah.
Fuck.
They did not.
We need to cut that shit out. But yeah, same with Manchester United. We see them struggling halfway through the week on a Wednesday night Champions League because they don't have the full team to be playing.
Yeah. I mean, they're beating Copenhagen by 1 goal. They're beating Sheffield United
by one goal. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Their squad is limited. Their roster is limited. Opposed to a Manchester United, they go and beat Brighton 2-1.
You said United again.
God damn it, Manchester City 2-1, and then they go play Young Boys and beat them 3-1 when they only played the second half.
Yeah.
So, that's why I see these teams are going to struggle.
Yeah, but I mean, I get what you mean. Before the game starts, and if you tell me that Arsenal doesn't get all 3 points, I'm gonna be surprised.
Because I think that's what we went. That's what we bet. Arsenal wins, or we might have went. I don't remember exactly.
I think we did. Arsenal
but I know we did not bet tie or Chelsea.
Yeah, but then if you go halfway through the game and then you come back, and
it was a good result. Yeah, it was a good result.
Chelsea doesn't actually win this game.
Yeah, it was a good result.
I'm gonna be like, okay, what happened with Chelsea?
But then Chelsea's doing Chelsea things.
Chelsea's I mean, there's 2 goals that are like poor. I mean, Mudrik's goal was just kind of a weird cross.
Yeah.
That ended up not being a cross, and then to get Arsenal back in the game, Sanchez had a pretty bad pass.
Yeah, I guess I did think if somebody could pull off a tie or a comeback, it's going to be Arsenal, because Arsenal's offensive line is pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2-0, I just did not expect a tie. Like you said, before the game, bad result for Arsenal. During the first couple minutes of the game, it's definitely a good result. First half of the game, first.
Yeah.
Other than this, the other thing I wanna point out is West Ham losing 4-1.
Yeah.
So I guess you were right. Like, you really like this Aston Villa team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like Aston Villa.
Not just based on predictions.
Yeah, but I mean, they're our Midlands rivals as a Wolves fan. But the team itself, just looking at the players, they're like very solid.
Yeah.
And I like their coach a lot too.
Who's the coach?
Unai Emery. He was on Villarreal, or he was on one of those Spanish Europa League teams. Now he's on another Europa League team, and they're doing well.
Yeah.
So he's obviously knows that. He was on one of those Spanish teams. He's a good coach.
For one, yeah. So this Aston Villa team is bringing crazy things to the Premier League. So good. I like seeing lower table teams, or at least in the previous seasons, come back up and show at least that you could fight. But yeah, and then obviously Spurs
staying top of the table.
Yeah.
9 weeks.
Real quick, if you don't mind, we'll go through the standings. Tottenham, first place, has not lost. There's only another team that hasn't lost, and that's Arsenal. They're in third place. So Tottenham, 23 points. Second place, Manchester City. I said Manchester City.
Yeah, you got it right this time. Arsenal's in third, 21 points as well. Liverpool's in fourth at 20 points, and then Aston Villa's at fifth at 19. So, looking at it, just the table in general.
I think all these top teams, top five, win their game next year.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go into. Should we just go straight into our parlay for next week?
Yeah.
And let's do it. This week is a lot simpler of a week, in my opinion, in terms of just every game is clearer.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, obviously it's Premier League.
Yeah. So
on paper, it's pretty clear. Obviously, like you said,
there's only one like Inter Big Six matchup, which is City versus United, which I don't think will be too big of a problem for City.
Well, no, but see, I feel like Manchester City has struggled, and not score-wise. Like at the end of the game, they always end up winning the game, but they struggle in the terms that with the bad teams, at least start of the season, they started off really slow.
Yeah.
And it was like, and they would find themselves into trouble, and then obviously they have the luxury of they could give out a half, and then second half they come back and score 3 goals, you know?
Yeah.
But with like I said, Onana's confidence and just the boost that they have, the momentum after that PK and the way they won, and it was at home. That whole thing plays a role, I think, and I just think it's gonna be a tighter game than people think.
Yeah. I mean, it is at Old Trafford. I just checked.
Yeah.
But
because you won this game at home. Like if you would have won that game away, it's a lot different. The fact that you won at home, everyone thought like we're done. Like this season's gonna be Europa League for sure. Premier League, let's try to get into European spots. But after this, it's like, I know it's only one game, but this game, your player that kept messing up, cost you some points, gave you the win.
Yeah, but they just like consistently fail to capitalize offensively.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah, and
I think there's gonna be a here. Why don't we go, and once we get there, we can talk about it.
We'll talk about more in depth. Starting with Crystal Palace versus Tottenham. Tottenham top of the league.
This is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, Tottenham should just win this.
Do you want to go
spread or
money line?
Money line. If they win by 1 on the spread, we only win half, right?
Yeah, I didn't see. Yeah, let's go money line.
Yeah, so we'll go to money line.
I just saw the 0.5. Yeah.
Yeah, the spread's -1, -1.5, so we're gonna go money line, which minus 125. Chelsea Brentford. This actually should be a pretty decent game.
They're playing today at 12 p.m. It's about to start.
Oh wow, yeah. Tottenham and Crystal Palace is. So this will probably be up after this game.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, I think everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I think that game.
It
starts in 45 minutes, so there's no way I'm gonna be.
No, yeah.
Getting this done in time.
No, don't worry. Either way, I think this is the game that people expect it to go this way.
Yeah. This is one of the clearer games.
Yeah.
This week.
Second, we have Chelsea against Brentford.
Chelsea's been doing much better though.
Chelsea's at home. Brentford just lost to Wolves.
No, that would be beat Bournemouth.
Oh, Brentford. Sorry.
Brentford beat Burnley 3-0.
Burnley.
You said Bernie.
Bernie in the.
Go check out our Instagram too. Good video.
I think Chelsea. I think they could for sure win by like a 2-0.
Yeah.
The fact that they're Chelsea, I'm just gonna go money line.
I'm a little scared.
Yeah. I don't fully trust this team.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're gonna lose the game. I just think that to cover the spread, to win by 2 goals.
Yeah. So the spread for this one's minus 0.5, minus 1 again. So 2 goals is kind of a lot.
Yeah, I just don't see him scoring. I do see him, but again, I think they could have. If we go back to the game against Arsenal, I think they could have easily taken more of a defensive role and
just park the bus, man.
Yeah. Speaking about Arsenal.
Next game, Arsenal versus Sheffield United. I think this is the biggest money line difference we've seen.
Minus 950. Wow.
And then Sheffield's plus 2,000, which is pretty crazy. We haven't seen anything like that.
They're the last place team?
Yeah, Sheffield United's not doing well. I think they've scored like 3 goals.
Okay, 9 goals. They've conceded.
They've scored 7.
Oh, really?
Conceded 24. Yeah.
Wow.
Scored 7, conceded 24.
In nine games.
This Arsenal should just walk this game.
You think they'll win 3-0?
I don't know about that. They should. But will they? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. What I could do also is I could so here. I don't know if I showed you. So if I click this, we go to the spread and we could modify the spread. So we could do like -2. So they won 3-0. Because I think it was, I guess 2 and 2.5 doesn't matter. If we do 1.5, it's -265 type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'll leave money line or spread up to you.
Or I was trying to figure out the over under.
No, I don't think that 4 goals is a lot.
No, but I'm saying we could look at the line here for over under total goals. So what was it, 2.5?
Yeah. That's 275.
Yeah, I think it's not worth it. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Personally, I don't know.
You don't think the over?
I would rather do the -1.5.
On the over?
That they win at least by 2 goals.
Okay, yeah.
If we're doing that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's 2 -2.5.
And
then, I think it was like
and then the over for it's -2.
Because it was 265.
Yeah.
If we were to do it. And they just gotta win by 2.
Yeah. So we'll do that. We'll
and it's not gonna show here, but just
spread for Arsenal versus Sheffield -1.5.
So we took the spread -2.5 plus 1. So we have them at 1.5 and it's -265.
Yeah. And then Bournemouth versus Burnley, 2 newly promoted teams. This is a game I don't know much about either team. Both of them haven't been performing well.
Bournemouth is hosting.
Yeah, Bournemouth's at home, but I haven't been good at home. Wolves beat them at home last week, 2-1. Burnley.
We haven't been good away.
We haven't been good away, and Bournemouth
them.
hasn't been good at all. I'm sorry if you're a Bournemouth fan, but I'm sure you know it's true.
It is what it is.
Yeah, so if anything, I'm leaning towards a draw. because
I like that, a tie game.
Yeah.
Two teams that if they know there's a time where they have to battle it out and try to win a game, it's this one.
Yeah.
They both have to go all out, and it's obviously we've seen it when a team goes out and tries to do it, things their way, it could fall down and be bad.
Yeah, so draw for that game, and then
it was plus 265.
Yeah.
So we got back what we gave away for the Arsenal game, minus 265 plus 265.
Yeah.
Next game, Wolves is gonna play Newcastle.
Wolves are home. They have been
good at
home. It's a hard one.
I honestly think they could be Newcastle, just because they're not a consistent team, but they just lost to Dortmund, so they have to turn the page and get something going on.
But I don't know.
I'm seeing like an over at 2.5.
That's actually good. That's a good over. 2.5. We've been scoring. Wolves have been consistently scoring at least a goal a game. Newcastle's a pretty consistently scoring team as well. I think 3 goals is really good for this game.
So let's do over 2 and 2.5, or you just want to do 2.5?
Which one's better? 2.5, right? There's 2.5 better.
Well, there's 2 and 2.5, so it doesn't matter. Wait.
Which one do we get more? Because we're betting on them getting 3 goals. I think that would be 3 goals.
So I think the 2 and 2.5.
All right. So
because if one doesn't go through, we still get partial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for the, where is it? Oh, Wolverhampton.
Oh, we're going over 2.5 goals on that game, which I think is a really good shout. West Ham versus Everton. This should be West Ham's game. West Ham's at home.
West Ham's playing really bad though.
How'd they do in the conference? Are they in the conference?
Yeah, and one of the Europa Conference or Europa Cup or whatever. It's one of those.
West Ham United. They lost 2-1 to Olympiacos. They were away though.
Yeah, I mean going into, was that a Turkish team?
No, Greek.
Greece, all that area is pretty passionate too. So
Yeah.
it's tough to
The
go
Balkans
play those.
go crazy. Shout out to all the Balkan people from the Balkans.
So West Ham.
But Everton's been
This is a tight game too.
piss poor.
I mean, on paper, yeah, Everton's bad. I think if I'm gonna go, I think money line is where I want to go here.
Money line West Ham.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Let's see, Everton's in 16th. 9 goals for, 14 against.
They've been tying, right?
No, they've just been losing. They have 1 tie and 2 wins.
West Ham doesn't look that well either.
Yeah.
They lost to strong teams.
I mean, they've had hard games.
They go and be the last place team, tie Newcastle, and then lost to Arsenal.
I mean, those are all really hard games. They should.
And Everton's lost to the weaker side. They lost to. They fucking lost.
Dude, honestly though, Luton's not as bad as I thought. I mean, it's mainly because Sheffield United is that much worse.
Yeah.
Or not that much worse, but just worse in general.
Speaking about Luton.
Yeah, speaking about Luton, Aston Villa wins this game.
Easy.
Yeah. Will it be 2 goals though?
We could look at the spread and see what 1.5 is, or -1. Well, I guess 1.5 and 1 doesn't really make a difference.
I mean, Villa should just win this game 3 by 2 goals.
So 1.5 is 1.
130 minus 136, and then
2 is +2. I think they.
I don't think they win by 3 though. Do you
Yeah,
think they win by?
No, I think it's for sure at least 2 goals.
Should we?
Just because. Yeah, I mean you go and you host West Ham and you score 4 goals. I don't know. West Ham's a lot better defensively.
But do you think they're gonna go out and try to score that many goals?
I don't think they have to against a side like Everton.
Here, let's see how they did midweek because they're playing in. It should be
because they're hosting.
I'm saying, yeah, they just beat
Another 4-1.
Yeah, Dutch team. They're a pretty solid Dutch team. Easy.
Do you rest your players?
I mean, they were away for this match.
So would you rest your if you're a coach right now? Would you rest your players?
Not all of them.
So okay, so I'm gonna go with 1.5.
Yeah, because this is a game you just take a 2-0, and then just walk this home.
And go back and also you don't want to. I personally think you don't want to force any players.
Yeah.
You know,
So Aston Villa spread -1.5. Brighton versus Fulham. This is probably a bit closer of a game.
Then on paper, yeah.
Fulham has been pretty decent from what
Brighton won. They were. Did you see they wore their green uniform? Ugly uniform.
Bad.
Black and green.
Like neon?
No, it's just.
I don't want to look at like the city.
Yeah, well, he's looking it up. If you guys think, please comment. Whatever.
They just beat Ajax, but Ajax has been
2-0. Yeah, they wore a black and green uniform.
Let me see.
I don't know if it was last Premier League game or it is. I don't like it. I mean, it's not a bad uniform. Just the fact that you're blue and white. Why are you wearing black and green?
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah.
I'll put a picture of it on there so you guys can see.
I don't like it. I don't like the uniform. Just the fact that if my logo is blue and white, why am I gonna have black and green?
Yeah, it's a solid uniform if that's your colors. If your colors are blue and white, why?
Austin FC.
Yes.
Uniforms like that, but their logo's black and green. You know.
I like Austin's uniforms most of the time.
Yeah. Sorry. So back to this. So they won. Ajax. They beat Ajax 2-0.
Yeah, they beat Ajax 2-0. How many games is this on here?
Okay, so if we do the
this is to next week.
If we do the spread, we take the one. It could push if they win 1-0.
If they win 1-0,
pushing means it will cancel out the bet.
Okay, I think that's fine. I think
because it's closer than we think.
Yeah.
I think Fulham doesn't quite score like Brighton does, so I don't see a over 3.5.
No, I don't either. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll hit the spread of -1.5 or -1.
Yeah, and then the last game
is Liverpool Nottingham Forest.
There's no games on Sunday. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of games on Sunday.
Yeah, they're mostly on Sundays.
There's a lot of games on Saturday.
There's 4 games Saturday, 5 games Sunday, and then 1 today.
No, last week there was no games on Sunday. There's only 1.
Yeah. It was only the top.
So I think that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Liverpool, I hope they beat them 5-0. I hope Liverpool wins 5-0.
Yeah.
I just hate Forest.
I hate Forest more than Villa, but Villa's like our actual rival. Forest is just because Morgan Gibbs white.
But I just think Villa's actually good.
Yeah.
At least this season.
They're actually
Forest, I feel like they claim that they're good. And they're just as bad as
Everton and Sheffield.
And us.
At times. We've actually been scoring this year.
Yeah.
Which is surprising. So
hey, when we play that game, we should try and watch the game.
Do a watch along?
Like, even if we are like on Zoom or something, you're at home because they're stupid early.
Let's see.
But back, Liverpool. I think Liverpool could win.
1.5, 2 then? How did it do midweek? Time to check.
I don't know. I think Liverpool's actually finding their right form. They have good subs.
5-1.
Against Rangers?
No, Toulouse, French team. But they were home. They're home here. Do we go with the -1.5, -2?
Here, let's see. Let's do our thing.
Let's see look at the over 2.
So the over, oh shit. Here, I'll just look at the
over 2 is minus 600.
Yeah, it's not worth it. At least the over.
Yeah.
So minus, what's the regular?
1.5, 2.
1.5, 2. Minus 110.
We just do minus 1.5.
Oh, that's first half. Yeah, I like the
minus 1.5.
Yeah.
All right, minus 1.5. We're foregoing the 2.
But they're gonna win.
Because if it hits 2, the half that goes to 2 is pushed, right? Or no?
So you mean if it's like 2-0?
Yeah.
We win.
But only the 1.5 part, right? Not the 2 part.
Yeah, but this is just yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So like for this one, the Wolves, that's 2 and 2.5. If it's 2 goals, like over. No, actually, because we did the over. So we need to push if it's under. Like if we were to like that one won't work.
Yeah.
Like it only works if it's under. Because if it's under, if we say under 2 and 2.5, and it's 2, the 2 cancels out.
And we get the 2.5.
And we get a 2.5. So do you want to change the Wolves or stay there? Well,
no, I think that's fine. I think
2 and 2.5.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 3.
Okay.
So I think that doesn't really matter.
And then okay, so where were we? Liverpool. We just.
Yeah, we placed minus 1.5.
You see it? I don't see it. Oh, Liverpool. Yeah.
And then City United, Manchester Derby.
Manchester United hosting.
Yeah, both teams won midweek. City's just a better
Oh my
team.
God! Like the more I think about this game, the more I think Manchester City's just gonna crush Manchester United.
Really?
Like just think about Manchester City's offensive line.
Yeah.
And if Haaland doesn't work, it's okay. I got Julian Alvarez.
Or Foden.
Like who is gonna?
Or Doku.
Yeah, like the more we keep going, it's like. But think about it. Who is actually gonna one? Haaland's gonna pull two defenders.
Yeah.
No matter what, and I think what Pep is doing really well is I think that's kind of a strategy.
Yeah.
Because if I'm a defender, you're a defender. Just imagine somebody who runs everywhere, just running all over the place, is strong. Will, even if the ball's not gonna get to him, he'll sprint 50 yards. So even if you know he's not gonna get the ball, you gotta go after him. He's gonna tire you out. Yeah. It's annoying to play against those players. And then say he's off, like Haaland comes off, Julian Alvarez comes in for him. It's so hard to deal with that.
Just thinking all of their like attacking players, I guess Grealish isn't really like, you don't think of Grealish as like a pacey player. But
yeah.
Like Foden's fast. Doku's fast.
Yeah.
Haaland's fast.
And if you got all those players on this side, they do a long ball on Skywalker. Walker. Skywalker.
My favorite Man City player. Jedi, dude. I mean, yeah,
you got
Skywalkers
running that fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got just all over. You got really good pace, and who is actually going to be able to stop these guys? Like, honestly, like we could go to Manchester United's
this
defense,
Manchester United team is just so weird, dude.
Squad, and we could look at who could potentially.
I mean, like Varane and Martinez. Martinez is going to get bullied by Haaland. He's just so much smaller.
And that's the thing, though. So
But like
smart, so you would put.
Is Varane even playing? Is he? I thought he was.
I thought this guy's hurt. Martinez is hurt.
Yeah, I think is Varane hurt too?
No, I think. So you would put Varane, right?
Yeah.
You know who I would love to see? Maguire.
I think, yeah.
But
I think so.
Do you give him? The thing about Maguire is you're gonna gamble because he's had a lot of hiccups throughout his at Manchester United.
Yeah.
But the thing is that he hustles, like he plays, you know, like he might not be the best player, but he puts in effort.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's what you need. Fuck, I couldn't stop thinking about Skywalker.
Oh, yeah, but dude, like, I don't know, like this team, man.
And then
like, I just look at every single position on the field, and every single Manchester City player is just better.
Here, let's see. Why don't we should do this? Oh, here, let me go check and see how much time we have. $50 50. I think we should. I have 10% battery.
We're close to finishing it.
Yeah. Well, because I was gonna say, give me your starting 11 for Manchester United.
For United, I'm probably just keeping the same thing they just beat Copenhagen on.
Could you go through it?
Yeah, it's Onana, Deleuze right back, Ron right center back, Maguire left center back, Reguilon. He's gonna get destroyed this weekend, I think. But he's probably the best.
That's who's
He's the ex-Tottenham player.
Bruno. What's the other guy's name? Why am I blanking out? Manchester City's right
Right winger. They have Jeremy Doku, and then Silva. Bernardo Silva.
He's gonna struggle for sure.
Yeah. Aramba, McTominay. McTominay's had a really good season. He's been scoring kind of crazy, at least for the Scottish team. Aramba, I would probably keep because he's just gonna have more legs than Casemiro straight up.
I don't like Anthony out wide.
I don't like Anthony, but like I don't.
Who do you have?
I don't like
Maybe
not show more than him, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't like Anthony's gonna get cooked.
Yeah.
But like, you know, they're not just gonna burn the house down. So.
And then Manchester. Oh, take me to the website. Manchester City. Yeah, Manchester City. The thing is, they got options. I still think their backline's a little weak, but I don't think this Manchester United's.
I don't know.
Front line
weak. I would never.
Well, if you're finding something, if you're finding a way, like what do you do? It's not like you force the mids to step out of their line.
I guess
like
it's
just pressure on their back line. And I'm talking about center backs.
Yeah, but they still have like.
I mean, yeah, they're good. I'm not saying they're bad, but
they have like 5 class center backs. They have Ake, Akanji, Diaz, Stones, and Gavardio.
Yeah, Stone is probably the best.
He had a great season last year. Ake is probably the worst, but Ake is, I think, extremely underrated.
I think you have to make the Manchester United needs Manchester City's defensive line to have the ball.
You need to try to keep.
Yeah, because if their center mids, if Manchester United lets Manchester City's center mids take the ball, it's just gonna be a field day for Manchester City.
Yeah. But like, yeah, that's probably the problem with.
Because
I guess Anthony, because he doesn't like.
I don't think he's good. Like he's good. He has skill, but he has the Brazilian skill that he's good at playing. I don't know, street.
Yeah.
Soccer, street football.
Rashford sometimes presses.
The thing about Rashford is he also hustles.
When they have the ball, he doesn't really on defense.
Well, yeah. Well, again.
And they're gonna need every player to show up on defense.
Well, yeah. Defense is what's gonna be hurt. So that's why I would maybe do Eriksson.
And move.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Google wants to find out what Eriksson's doing.
Yeah.
And move. What? Move Fernandez out wide?
Yeah, I would probably not play that formation. I would go with a more defensive formation. Because all Manchester City's gonna do, all Manchester United's gonna do is attack, counterattacks with that formation. Because who's gonna hold the ball? Yeah, you got somebody to hold the ball, but Anthony just goes. Rashford just goes.
Arsenal's a good counter-attacker too.
Like, what players, like, Fernandes could hold the ball for you, but is he going to be able to hold the ball against Manchester City? That'd be tough. And then that means that your left and right back have to fully go, and they're going to be tired. They're going to be tired from just defending.
Yeah.
Now, when you get the ball, they got to hustle up. It's just going to be, it looks tough.
Yeah, I mean, Manchester
Let me
City
see. Let me see their forwards. Let me see how many goals each of them have. So Rashford has 1 goal in 9 appearances. And that's it.
Rashford's the only forward on this team that has a goal and an assist, or an assist. No one else.
I think
at least in the Prem.
I think we could easily
I think this just goes
Man City money line.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great way to end it. Oh my God! Here, we gotta place it. So this bet is plus 46,097.
It's 460.
So if we bet $1, we get $460, which is
actually a lot safer bets this time. I think.
Yeah, we're being smart. I mean, we lost
$1 last time.
$2 in this week. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, we gotta get our money back.
So we'll place it, and then this is it. It's Friday. Go watch Tottenham against Fulham.
Yeah. No.
Crystal Palace. Sorry, Tottenham. Crystal Palace hosting Tottenham. It's started right now, I think, or about to start.
It's probably live.
And then just enjoy your weekend,
guys.
There's I like how this week there's games spread out. It's not all on Saturday, and I was trying to watch like 50 games last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you guys know where to find us. You guys got the socials. We'll put them down in the descriptions and comment, share.
I can think of 2 more Instagram videos just from this. You got Skywalker.
Oh, that was a good one. But yeah, if anything, we'll be with you guys next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and record Tuesday, so we'll have content for you on during the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we will see you guys next week.
See you guys later.